point, but Shannon and her incredible team, she hit core three, and she had Elizabeth hit core three builder. Elizabeth hit core three builder also with her. And then she had Astrid, I think, had core three builder, and just it's just amazing things happening with all of that. It had a lot of people hit core three, so we just went deep into core three builders, making it happen. And then I want to give a big shout out to Gladys, who has been working so hard, y'all, like super duper hard. And we have our first I'm so proud of this founder in Asia, in Indonesia. And just dreams are coming true. And it's just been an amazing holiday. And I'm looking forward to 2026.
Oh, that was beautiful. Congrats to everybody who completed their core three, as well as that is so exciting, Gladys, to have your first founders pack over in Asia. What a huge accomplishment. You should be really excited and happy for yourself. And so congratulations on that. And then, yeah, who else would like to share? Thank you, Antoinette. Everyone's like, no, we're waiting.
Oh, I
Who
do.
would
This
like
is
to share
Elizabeth.
something, some good news? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Okay. Now, is I'm really excited for this calls we have in the morning because, Antoinette said she's used to routines, but I think that it's so important because just getting us excited and looking forward to something and being in this community that is progressive, it is positive. I think it's really good to just be a part of an adult group. So I just want to say I am so excited, yeah, to just look forward to this every morning.
Oh, well, I mean, I know that I do too. I think we all need a little bit of adult community and a group where people are positive, they're excited to be here. We're all moving forward with our in the same direction with our three goals, our goals in three. And so it feels nice to have this morning call and to have this huddle and feel supported by everyone and know that we're, collectively working together to collaborate and be creative and how we approach our businesses. So yeah, beautifully said. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. All right,
Good,
who else would like to go
good
ahead?
morning. Oh, go ahead.
Hi, Cindy, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say, when they say the fortunes in the follow-up, you guys, it's the end of the year. There's lots of ways to, reconnect with your customers and distributors. I was connecting yesterday, sending out some little messages on, how we start our new year out. And I got a 16 product order from one of my customers. So you guys, it's never, just got to no asky, no getty. I'm telling you. They want those deals. They want to get the biggest bang for the buck. They're going to save on all the shipping. There's all kinds of smart ship programs out there. You guys, you just got to get in your back office and look, and then send out some quick messages to a lot of the people that you care about.
Well, that's awesome, Cindy. I don't know where, there's
No,
Adrian.
I was right here. I'm sorry. I'm a little under the weather. I had to grab a quick tissue, but Cindy, that's amazing. Yes, follow-up is so important. Do you want to piggyback off of that, Christine? Are you
Uh,
wanting to share? Okay.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I saw you disappear. I was just said, I thought Cindy is so good about, she really knows how to organize and pull that group together with customers and distributors, etc. I was telling my group just a few minutes ago, there's a group that I think you have to talk to this week too. I was reading about it in my thing of his that talks about here. Surgeon General called loneliness as an epidemic. The way to fix it doesn't come from the doctor. And basically, it says in 2024, Surgeon General Murphy issued an advisory declaring loneliness as a public health epidemic. He wasn't exaggerating. The data shows social isolation is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day and raises the risk of premature death by 30%. Yet, as a nation, we have done remarkably little to address it. So it says, he said, the psychiatrist, I've been practicing psychiatrist more than 50 years. This holiday season, my phone won't stop ringing. Patients are desperate for appointments, not because they're of clinical depression or anxiety disorders, but because they're profoundly alone. A recent AARP found 40% of adults 45 and older feel lonely, up to 5 points from just a few years ago. The holidays only amplify the problem. So I was talking about, we forget about that there are a lot of people that just want to join our company just to be part of an organization and a community. Think about the people that you know that are lonely. Their children have left, the mothers, they don't know what to do now. Maybe their husbands have passed away, their wives have passed away. But even I would have thought it would have been 60s or 70s, but it said 45 and beyond. So I think that that is just something to be looking at also. I wanted to bring that up this morning. All right.
That is so true. Oh my gosh, I was actually reading that on the airplane. I think I must have read the same article, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
gosh, who could I reach out to? So
Yeah.
so that is beautifully said. Thank you for sharing that. It is true. Social media in a lot of ways has made us more distant. And also we think sometimes just sending a text is enough. And it's really, we do need to reach out and really work on connecting with people. It's a huge part of what we do. So thank you so much, Christine, for sharing that. Okay, Freda, go ahead. I can see your hand up.
Good morning, and thank you for covering for me when I didn't have a voice. But it's back. Thank goodness. I just want to give a shout out to one of our team members, Allison, who unfortunately lost her job a couple days before Christmas.
Oh.
Now, a single mom, okay? So we sat down and I said to her, this is what you're capable of, but this is what we need to do. I want you to know that she followed the plan exactly and has booked 5 appointments within the next 3 days, one of which we've already done, and he's enrolled. So guys, there's people out there that are hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad that she has a plan, but it doesn't make that moment any less stressful, right? And so I'm glad that you're there for her and helping her and walking her through that. So thank you for sharing that, Freda. I'm glad you're feeling better too. All right, Caroline, go ahead. I see that you'd like to share.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to jump off. So yeah, one of the things I did was this weekend or this past week, I enrolled one of a business owner that I always go to the clothing store with because I showed her a picture of Adrian and I kind of bragged about you, Adrian. And she goes, well, I want to be like her. So I enrolled her. And the other thing was I have my construction being done at my house and I had a housekeeper, an assistant. Anyway, she's from Colombia and I didn't mean to leave any of the products out, but I just did. And when I got back, she goes, these products are very good. I want to know more. So then I need to get connected up with some of you guys that speak Spanish too. So, yeah. So anyway, that was a win. Just leave the stuff on the counters and they look at it. And when I got back, they approached me about it.
Actually, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Caroline. Gladys, do you have any presentations that you've pre-recorded in Spanish that are new? I don't know. Maybe she's
okay. No, that I have recorded myself.
Like if you've recorded yourself doing a presentation in Spanish.
I wish. Nope.
Oh my gosh,
I have not, but it's funny because the other day, Antoinette called me that the company sent her a referral of this lady in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And we've been texting and I had a chance to talk to her. When was it? I think it was Saturday. Sure, she's a product user. And oh my goodness, we talked like, I don't know, like 30 minutes. And then I said, have you considered, doing this as a business? These products can really, you can get them for free. And she said, what do you mean? I said, okay, let's jump in a call. I said, I'm about to leave to work. She works for FedEx. And but let me contact you by Monday, meaning today, to see my schedule because they get my schedule on Monday. And absolutely, I would like to know more about the business opportunity. She's from Honduras, and I said, "Wow, my sister-in-law is from Honduras. I love people from Honduras. They make the best tortillas out there." So we kind of connected. I mean, she lost like what 150 pounds, and she's been using the products like for 6 months now.
Wow.
Somebody else recommended the products to her, and she lived in a very small town in Oklahoma. But she said, "Oh my goodness, the potential would be amazing." And then I told her about one of the girls in the team that live in this little town, which I don't remember. You know who it is, Antoinette. And I said, "Yeah, I mean, who cares if it's small or big? We can do this." So I'm expecting to talk to her today with a new schedule, but I mean, I'm just jumping in the water. I don't have any presentation, but you know what? I'm here. What is going to happen? The Red Sea must open at one point, so I'm crossing it.
Well, maybe Caroline could get connected with you, and you guys could maybe she could get some assistance with that. I'm just thinking, I know we have a lot of great Spanish speakers on the team, and we really, I think what would be great if we had an updated Spanish presentation done by both men and women. I just think that'd be really, really exciting, right? So maybe we could put something together. You guys could put together some
Yes, and
some
I think
testimonials.
Astrid have one. Yes.
Okay, if Astrid has one too, that would be awesome too. That maybe I can upload that into the Legacy Makers YouTube and we could start using that.
Yeah.
I know George did one a while back, but it's just been quite a while. Yeah.
I have one more other thing to say also. Where is she? Michelle had sent this to me. We talked about layoffs. Michelle, tell them about the UPS. So I think everybody should be aware of their UPS drivers. Michelle,
Good morning.
good
Can y'all hear
morning.
me?
Yeah.
I did have a friend that said that they were getting ready to lay off 50,000 UPS employees, including management. That meant drivers, senior management, just to cut cost. And what was the other thing he said? Because AI. It was AI and cutting costs. And he was like, they don't really care who it is. They're just going to start picking. I was shocked. I was like, what? You guys are in peak season right now. And this was before the holidays.
Yeah. Well, that's going to happen. It's going to be more and more and more and more and more. You know, we know Amazon will be 600,000 and be replaced by the humanoids. And so all of you, if you have a UPS driver, you should be making contact with them. That's my point here. When they come to deliver, stop them, ask what they're doing. I mean, they're all around you. So, or if you go to the UPS store, say, are you nervous about losing your job or whatever? But just be aware or talk to people if they know anybody that's in UPS that's worried about getting their jobs eliminated. But it's going to continue and it will get much, much larger. Opportunity for us. That's the way I look at it. It's always opportunity. I feel sad, but I think, but I might have a solution for you.
Yeah, definitely we're headed in this direction. And this is where opportunity, gathers. And so, I mean, I'd look back on 2008 to 2010 and yes, people are going to get very, I don't want to say the word desperate, but they are going to get into a place where they're asking themselves, why me? How did this happen to me? And what can I do differently? How can I protect my income? How can I protect my family? And so you want to be the loudest voice out there. So that's for sure. Allison, I see that you're unmuted. Do you want to quickly share? We can hear you.
You can? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to make sure I was the right Allison. Yeah. I'm glad to be a part of the team. I'm under Brooke Hacker and just glad to be here. I had come from, some layoffs before and Brooke found me at a time where I am actively pursuing better health and wealth opportunities and just looking for community and like-minded people where we can get together and make a big difference globally. So it's a good spot to be in, and I'm glad to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Allison, I love Brooke. I think she's amazing. She's one of the most consistent leaders I've worked with. When she says she's going to do something, she does it. And I really would be grateful that you're on Brooke's team, because like she's so with it and so just in it to win it. And so I know that you being a part of this, a lot of times it's just being here, right? And really engaging and gathering information and then going out and taking action with that. So welcome officially to the team. And I'm so happy that you're here. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And she's even going to leadership. I was excited to hear that this morning.
Good. Oh my gosh, leadership. Hopefully every single one of you guys is registered already. Hopefully you have a room or you found a room nearby. I know the hotel sold out really quickly, so even myself included, I'm like, where I got to find a place. I have a friend that lives by in case, but I wanted to be on property, right? Or close to. So make sure you guys keep looking and planning for that. It's not too late to get committed. You will see a few reminders go out about that. I do have a text messaging that I've been sending. Has anyone here received any text messages from Our Legacy at all? Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that's working, because I do want to say that we're going to run a 26-day activity challenge coming up. I'm going to announce that on the 1st, and I'll go through. You guys will see that be announced on the Legacy Makers Facebook page. And so we'll go with that. All right, I'm going to dive in because we've got about 20 minutes or less, 10. We've got about 10 minutes or less to dive into today's topic. And I really want to hit you with some hard and soft truths on how to goal set for your 3 business, because the new year is coming. And I want to make sure everyone is prepared. Let me pull my hair back. Okay. Don't look at it. Just know that I'm doing the best I can under the weather today. So let's dive in. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about your purpose. Every single one of us here has a purpose, has a reason why we said yes to 3. We call it a why sometimes. What's my why? What's my purpose? What was my goal in saying yes? And I want you guys to think on that for just 2 seconds. Maybe pull out a pen and a piece of paper, grab a notebook, right? This is not, the reason I say that, grab a notebook, phones down for a second, be coachable, okay, for 20 minutes, because this is not a dreaming call. This is a deciding call. We're setting goals you can actually execute in the next just 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, okay? Hang in there with me, okay? So when you think on your why, I want you to get real clarity behind what that is. Today is about clarity. Because where there is clarity, you can create confidence, and confident people take action. So we need to create focus. We need to have belief on that why, and we need to move with a sense of urgency. So let me just give you an example. When I first said yes to 3, it was because I knew that the product quality was great, that it could change people's lives, and I didn't have to do a lot of coaching on it. It was a simple system for success. And I also saw that the compensation plan was as equally simple, that people could move through it, that they could, if they could get 2, they could get 100, right? If they could get 2, they could duplicate 2 forward, and they could build an incredible income with 3, and it's one that they can retire on. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you guys, my nose just won't stop running. Okay, so what was your why? What was the reason you said yes to 3? What is your goal? What is your physical goal? What's your financial goal? What's your spiritual goal? Yes, there is a lot of spirituality, or however you want to believe. It's about your belief in your goal and in this business. And so I would pick a few areas. I would pick family, like what can this do for me relationally? If I go out and I become a 3-star and I develop 2 3-stars in the next 90 days, what does that do for me financially? If I'm making an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, or even up to $1,000 to $2,000 a week, what's that going to do for you and your family? Okay. When you go out and you could be philanthropic, how am I going to be changing people's lives through 3? What do I see 3 doing for people in their lives, and how can I be a proponent of that? How can I promote that? A promoter of that? Okay. So just set a few goals. All right. Physical, financial, spiritual, relational, and philanthropic. And it could be donating to Love 3. Right? It could be, maybe you haven't made a donation yet to love3.org. It could be doing that, taking a portion of whatever you earn over the next 30, 60, 90 days and donating it to Love 3 as well. Whatever that looks like for you. Okay. So I want to tie rank to life. not just money, but I want to tie the rank of 3-star and developing 3-stars to your life and not just money. I really want to embed into you that 3-star is the first real leadership rank in 3 International because you've duplicated yourself. You've learned how to help others win. You're building leverage. It's not just the hustle, although we do hustle. It's about building the leverage, having a team of people to work with. So you may want to anchor this, all right? And maybe ask yourself, what would hitting 3-star or producing 2 new 3-stars in my team in the next 30, 60, 90 days for the first part, Q1 of 2026? What would it do for my time? If I was sitting back on an extra 500 to $1,000 a month, what would that do to my time? What would it do to my confidence? Would I feel more confident in my 3 business to continue to develop more 3-stars? What would it do with my finances? Okay, how would this change? What would this change? Because CHANGE, change, starts with you. What about belief in yourself? You're like, oh my gosh, if I became a 3-star and developed 2 3-stars in Q1, how would I feel about myself? Would I feel like the leader I know I am innately? Would me putting the activities into the why and the how and like all of that, what would that do for my own personal belief, right? Because the people who I feel like are the most heart-centered leaders, all they simply are doing, you guys, is they're doing what they said they were going to do until they'll do whatever it takes. If they say, I'm going to become a 3-star and I'm going to develop 2 3-stars or more on my team in the next 30, 60, 90 days, they're going to work to do it. They don't know the end result yet. They just know that it's going to happen. And they become very intentional, very consistent. They speak with clarity. They speak with confidence. They speak with belief. They have really great posture, right? So that's how you gain belief in yourself, is by doing what you said you were going to do. If you said, I'm going to call 2 to 5 people today, I'm going to present to 2 to 5 people today, I'm going to follow up with 2 to 5 people today, and you do it, imagine that you take the pressure off of that and you put it onto the activity. Take the pressure off yourself and put it into the activities, right? Because if nothing changed in your business this year, would you be okay with that? Right? In 2026, here we are, brand new year. If nothing changes in your business, are you going to be okay with that? Say no. I'm not going to be okay with that. I'm looking for a change. I'm looking for my own revolution and evolution as a leader in 3, right? So that all comes down to the activities that we put together. So, all right. So remove overwhelm. There's a math to 3-star. Okay. It should feel simple. It should feel easy. We've talked about this so much. You guys should know off the back of your hand, and you might put it in the chat. How much PGV do you need to become a 3-star? Does anyone know the exact volume amount?
3,600.
3,600. Where does, and what are the other qualifications around that 3,600?
You have to have 6 personally sponsored distributors.
Okay. And does it matter where they go? Left or right team?
No. Well, you should have 3 on the right, 3 on the left.
Mm-hmm. And does anyone know what the volume caps out at per person? 600. Very good, Caroline. 600 per person, which means the max volume that each of those 6 people count towards that 3,600 from a founders pack. I mean, it's not a founders, a pro collection pack, right? So that's the max they can order off of that. Okay, so we do know, a lot of you guys do know, and some of you guys who are like, oh, I'm not sure yet. I want you to do your homework so you really feel it. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. I'm not sure from where. But so if you guys go in and you look at it yourself, go look at that dial, see how close you are to 3-star, and really drive that home. See, a lot of us don't ever dive deep enough to say, do I really need to know this? Yes, you need to know this. Yes, you need to know this. Now, good thing there's a guideline in the back office, so you'll always be able to follow it, but that's for sure there. So can we all stop being an overwhelm about becoming a 3-star, developing 3-stars, because we know right? To hit 3-star, your own business needs to be active, right? You need to have 3,600 PGV total. You need to have at least 6 members in your team, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and no more than 600 CV per person. That's it. So if I were to say to you, go develop 2 3-stars in the next 30, 60, 90 days, would you guys all have an idea of what that looks like now? Yeah, absolutely, right? So if we just bring it down to the basic math, we know what that looks like. A lot of you guys know what that looks like. You know what it feels like. Now, the difference is getting that person excited to do the work and the activity. Yes? And a lot of times it's very simple. I say, how would you like to earn a couple extra $1,000 by sharing the power of 3? Well, how do I do that? We have this really great rank in our company called 3-star, and it's 6 people. Do you think you could put, I don't know, 10 to 15 people on a Zoom call with me? I'll do the presentation for them, and then we can follow up together and see who gets excited. And we can do that over and over again until you have 6 leaders on your team, at least. And they're like, oh, that's it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. And so now what? Now, do you want to earn that? Yeah, I'd love to earn a couple extra $1,000 right now, especially after the holidays, right? I just spent a couple $1,000, right? Okay, I'd like to earn that back. I'd like to start the new year strong. So, all right, let's make a list of names. Let's get a tracker form 30 out. We're gonna connect with 30 people this week. Open up your cell phone. Show me who's in your Rolodex, right? Can you imagine having a Rolodex? I almost wish I still had one. I had one. You guys, when I first started in this business, so it's 17 years ago now, or will be coming up, I had the index cards, the 3x5 index cards, and just like that little tiny plastic container. You guys, I had that. And I would put in there and I would write little notes. I mean, that's how old school I was, but that was before I realized I could do all this online and hope that my messenger would hold my activity and all that kind of stuff, right? So just know that writing it out is still super, super important. Okay. All right. So this is not about enrolling 100 people. This is about finding 2 leaders who want to become a 3-star, helping them do the same activity you've already been through, right? It's about doing simple things. That's how 3-stars are built. They're built with consistency, not intensity. How many Zoom calls can we do this week? How many people can I put in front of the 3-story this week? How many people can we present to and follow up with? So it's always inviting them to take a look, presenting to them, and following up and saying, hey, what do you see 3 doing for you in your life? And how can I help, right? So that's how 3-stars are built. So I want to turn your ideas into decisions for a second. So I want you to write down these exact prompts. Okay, you ready? How do I want to feel this year? ? How do I want to feel this year ? So maybe a few 1 words. Focused could be, I want to feel calm. I want to be powerful. I want to be consistent. I want to keep my word. I want to feel free. What is it that you really want, right? How do you want to feel this year? Because feeling is different than just the accomplishment that you're looking to achieve. If you go out and you develop 2 plus 3-star leaders in your organization, how is that going to make you feel? Write down how it's going to make you feel to develop those 3-star leaders in your organization and in your team. Okay. And then we're going to set some dates. So I highly recommend that you do 3-star within 30 days or less. 2 weeks is an adequate amount of time, to be honest with you. For those who are taking really consistent, powerful action, I think 2 weeks is plenty of time to become a 3-star. But for some of you guys, and some of the people you're working with, it might take a little bit longer, that activity, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to say, and I want you to fill in the blank, I commit to hitting 3-star by blank month and date. So if we run a 26-day challenge and you start January, that would be January 26th. That you will have done that by that Monday, which would be great. You'd close out 1 to the next 3 weeks. You'd close it out and you would be recognized, not at leadership, but right after. Now, if you want to do it before leadership, I know you can. That's 2 weeks, 2 weeks to leadership. If you want to become a 3-star or develop a 3-star by then, that's a 2-week run. It's a 4-week one to January 26th. If you do to January 31st, are you going to be upset? Probably not. Okay. But I like to work in 30-day increments because money loves speed. Momentum loves speed. the quicker you do these activities, the bigger the results, the faster results, and the quicker you can turn around and develop additional 3 stars, leaders backed by leaders backed by leaders. So pick a date. Could be January 9th. It could be at leadership. It could be January 26th. It could be January 31st, but I would run in a 30-day increment. Don't give yourself more than 30 days. You'll push it out and you won't do it. And then, you know, February will come along and you're like, oh, how come I'm not a 3-star? I haven't developed one new 3-star yet. Don't be that guy or girl. Just set your goal within the month. Okay. And just challenge yourself. So, and then you might want to say, I will develop 2 leaders and their names. Leader 1, blank. Leader 2, blank. So it might be like Frank and Susan or whatever that is, right? I'm going to develop 2 leaders on my team, and here, this is their names, and then by when. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, if you haven't talked to them yet, that's okay. Obviously, you want to reach out. So what's your reach out message? Your reach out message is going to be like, you know, over the holidays, I just want you to know I was really thinking about you, how powerful it would be to have you be recognized as a 3-star in our company and in our team. I would love to help you earn some additional income over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Would you be open to doing a 3-star run with me? Would you be open to doing a 3-star run with me? And they're like, well, what does that mean? We're going to do a series of activities to develop leadership in your downline in your organization. We're going to enroll 6 new people minimum, and we're going to help you get going, right? Okay. Okay. So it's a commitment that you make to working with them. It's about the activities that you're willing to do with them. Now, if they drop off and say, I don't want to do this anymore, or, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I can't believe you're making me call people. Is that the person for you? Probably not, right? You're looking for somebody who's coachable. You're looking for somebody who's looking for more time freedom, financial freedom, all of those things. That's who you're looking for. You're looking for the person that's willing to open up their phone book, that's willing to open up their contact list to you and get to work. Okay. All righty. So, okay. So now what are we going to do? Here's the daily non-negotiables. All right. I want you to choose 3 simple actions that you can do daily. So the first one would be 5 reach outs per day. Okay, 5 reach outs per day to connect, invite, and ultimately you want to do a presentation. Okay, you're going to do a block of time. You're going to block in your schedule, maybe the end of the day when you think you can get a hold of more people, 1 block of time for follow-up. It could be 30 minutes to an hour. The reason I say block the time to follow up is so you can be very intentional. Maybe you take the first 5 minutes to go through your list to write down at least 5 people that you need to follow up with. And then call them. Attempt to call, even if they don't answer. Leave a voice message. Hey, it's Caroline. It's been forever. Just wanted to reach back out to you and see what you're up to. Call me back when you get a chance. When they answer, then it's like, hey, oh my gosh, it's been forever. How you form them. How did everything go over the holidays? How's work going? Did you guys do anything fun over the holidays? That's awesome. Well, the reason I'm reaching out is because I know you saw a presentation before the holidays and I wanted to follow up and see if you're still interested in diving deeper into 3 and diving into the opportunity. I'm actively looking for business partners for Q1 that can be a part of my board of directors. Wanted to reach out and see if you're still interested. Or if you had any questions for me, right? So you're bringing in that clarity, but you're still leading with intention. You're letting them know, I'm looking for leaders. Are you in? If you don't ask, you don't know. You have to ask. Okay, so that's a follow-up. I want you to do 1 story post per day. So like in your social media, if you're doing social media, I want you to do a post, whether it's on your timeline or it's in a story. I feel like when you put stories out there, that's where I see the most engagement. I'll have 400 plus people look at my story. And then I'll be able to go in and be like, hey, Rachel, how's it going? How was the holidays? Hey, Bob, how's it going? How was the holidays? Hey, Irene, how's it going? How was the holidays? Hey, Tony, how's it going? How was the holidays? Hey, do you see how many people you can connect with if you just post 1 story and then you pull up, it'll tell you how many viewers are in that story. And you can start reaching out to them to add those names to your list. Anybody who's liked your story, add those names to your list. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to invite people to a call or an event. Every single day, those 5 reach outs turn into 5 invites. Okay, so it's 5 reach outs. Those are really 5 invitations. to get them to jump on. I will be doing a presentation this Thursday. It'll be on this same Zoom link. It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It will be recorded, but I will be going through the new presentation again. So just know that that's coming up if you want to invite to this Thursday. I know Christine and her team do events every day. Okay, and we, of course, we have Spark Global. You can go on the ourlegacymakers.com website. You'll be able to see what events are happening. Just invite them to the next event is the best event. Okay, all right, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So that's why we want to fall on good habits. 5 reach outs per day, 1 follow-up block of time, 30 minutes to an hour of follow-up, 1 story post, and 1 invite to a call or an event. Like really, truly, not just a reach out like, hey, how are you? It's, hey, I've got this thing coming up. Can I count on you to listen in? Can I count on you to be there? I'd love for you to take a look. Okay, so really making sure you're getting commitments. All right, I'm going to put those into the chat real quickly. Okay, so that's that. Okay, the next thing is we really want to just lock in this decision to develop 3 stars is what I would say, because it's going to come through the basic activity, right? The version of you who's already a 3 star shows up by doing what? Okay, following up faster, posting consistently, getting uncomfortable, asking for help from an upline leader, leading with belief. Okay, you don't become a 3 star and develop 3 stars after the rank, you become them before. And then the rank catches up. The rank is the fancy name that the company gives you. It's a title for having done the activity that's required for that rank, right? So following up faster, posting consistently, getting uncomfortable, asking for help, leading with belief. I want this to feel really doable starting today. And so the best thing to do is just to get into that invite daily, follow up daily, plug into the morning calls, weekly onboarding, team trainings, track activity, not emotions. So I know this sounds kind of like, oh, that's hardcore, right? But it's true. I like to track activity, not emotions. My emotions can rise and fall on a daily basis. Yes? Do your emotions rise and fall on a daily basis? Occasionally. Do your emotions rise and fall after every call you do? Yeah. Sometimes we get on phone calls with people and they throw us off. They're like, oh, that person made me upset, or that person said they never want to talk to me again. I've never had that happen. Okay, just FYI. But I have had phone calls where I'm like, ugh, that felt yucky. I didn't like it, right? Or something like that. That's where you want to rely on your upline leader to help get you out of that funk so that you can get back into activities. So I like to use the tracker form 30. Okay, I really do. So this is just a simple weekly rhythm to get into. And the tracker form 30 is on the ourlegacymakers.com website. This is what I recommend. I just put that in the chat, how to get plugged into those things so that you can really fortify yourself. What's fortitude? It's strengthening your inner confidence. It's having an execution plan that you feel confident about to move forward with your goals while you're becoming a 3 star and developing 3 stars. You don't need to know everything, but you do need to stay connected. Are you with me on that? You don't need to know everything because that's what team is for, but you do need to stay connected. And so that's what I would say to you. Stay connected to your leadership, to the team, and to the people that you're working with. Is 24 hours of engagement enough to help somebody become a 3 star? Certainly not. It would be a reach out every day. It would be that you're helping them, you're checking in with them every day. You're doing a little bit of hand holding and guiding. They're doing the activity. You're helping them do the activity. You're sending, invites to take a look, doing those presentations and following up within a 24 to 48 hour period. So when you say, I want to develop a 3 star in the next 2 weeks, that's daily consistent action of working with that person. It's working with that leader, that potential leader every single day. Okay. All right, so drop it in the chat, your 3 star date, if you will. Like, when do you want to become a 3 star again? If you're already a 3 star, or you're going to develop 2 to 3 stars. Here we go. Put that date in the chat, the date that you set. It could have been over the next 2 weeks. It could have been to the 26th of the month or the 31st of the month. We're going to work in a 30-day increment. So just to create some accountability here, if you would put in the chat what date you plan to become a 3 star or to create 3 stars by. And then another thing I would ask is just put in a word for this year. Maybe pick, okay, Janet's going to do the 31st. Caroline's the 26th. Okay, so the 31st. 1/8, Mei Ling is going for it. She's doing the 2-week run. Lynn Janke, the 31st. Yeah, put in there, you guys, what you're going to do. And then pick a word for this year. Like, unstoppable, or what are some, does anyone already have a word for 2026 that they're excited about that you want to share? Congruent. Diana, I love that. Congruent. Connect. Perfect. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we still got dates coming in. Glennis is doing 1/8, 131, Christina, Shannon and Eric leadership, 5 new 3 stars. Oh, she's going for a rank. Woo! She is going for it. Talk about getting that volume, right? Okay. All right. So put in a word. All right. Here's what I want you to, and I'll close with this because I know we're 14 minutes over. Pick your date, pick your word, and stick to it. Let the activity be what rises and falls. Just know that your goal is going to rise and fall on the amount of activity, right? It's on those habits. Okay. Consistency. Somebody put the word consistency. Okay. Are you okay being enough and doing the work anyways? This is how you can build with intensity and urgency without burnout when you know innately that you're enough and you're simply doing the work. You're doing what it takes. Okay. Some people get really scared. They've done a 3-star run or a 3-star elite run or there's a pro run and they're like, oh my gosh, that was a lot. It was a lot. It is a lot. Compared to what? A 9-to-5 job for 40 years with no retirement? I mean, you tell me. It is a lot to reach out to people. It is a lot to people. It's a lot to people sometimes. Right? I'm like a very extroverted introvert, so I get that. And so sometimes I have feelings where I'm like in momentum and I've got clarity and purpose and I'm building. And I also can feel a little drained, right? So it's okay to know that both are happening at once. Go take a bath, right? Go hug your kids, spend some time with a family member, go on a date, go out to dinner, take a little break occasionally. But this year is the year that you stop waiting for confidence. We move and confidence follows. Okay. So in your activity, confidence will follow. And so I'm excited. I see all of you guys who've made a decision. Cindy's doing 3 new 3 stars by the 29th. A lot of you guys are just, wow, this is going to be so good. Leaders backed by leaders. I'm really so proud of you for deciding. I'm proud of you for making a decision to decide, right? In Latin, you are creating a decision. You've left the old in the past and you've moved forward. You have a new vision. You're not connected to the past anymore. You're connected to the future you that's willing to do the activities, that's willing to build it, that's going to move and let confidence follow, that you're going to build not in overwhelm or desperation. You're building knowing I'm enough and I'm doing the work anyways. The daily activity I put in is enough. Okay. All right, you guys. So let's build this together. I'm excited. I'm going to grab the tracker form 30 for you. If you haven't seen it already, you'll see it come out in some of those posts on the Facebook group. The ourlegacymakers.com site has it underneath business resources. And I didn't show this to you, but it is there, but I'll pull it for you right now. And it is my favorite because it is just the guide to get you to those first 6. We've trained on this a million times, that 3-star backed by the star. Some of this information for those of you guys who really are like, ready to move forward. Thank you. There's Freda already has hers out. Print a new one and fill out all 30 names personally, and then go do it with 2 people in your team. Start the week off strong. Okay. Start getting those names down, start reaching out, start presenting, start with the follow-up. Okay. All right. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for being on. Leaders backed by leaders, build your board of directors. That's it. That's what we're doing. Okay. That's how we're going to build big, strong, global organizations this first quarter. And really, let's just focus on the first 30 days, right? It's December 29th. Yeah, it's a holiday week this week. You're going to be connecting with people. Why don't you start reaching out to people online and saying, hey, hope you had a wonderful holiday. What's your goal for the new year? Why don't you start checking in with some people? Ask them what they're doing. What are they excited about? What are they looking forward to? What are they not looking forward to, right? Start really diving in and getting connected. Okay, everybody. Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to share before we head out? Otherwise, let's go get to work. Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, George.
Oh, okay, great. Yay.
Yeah, I think George is in the waiting room. He hasn't been able to get in. So maybe sending a message.
George's birthday is not till the 30th, but yeah, happy
Oh,
early
I'm sorry.
birthday.
I thought it was the
That's okay.
28th. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're fine.
Because
Yeah.
mine's today, so I thought his was the 28th. So
Well, happy
sorry.
birthday,
Oh,
Kyle.
happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Kyle. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. That's awesome. I was like, what? Okay, wonderful. All right. Okay, you guys, we'll see you later. Thank you guys so much for being on and make it a great day. Go print your tracker form 30 and let's get